We're back with attorney and co-host of America's Newsroom, Megyn Kelly. And I want to talk about something that is happening. Do we have the footage from, is it Iowa, where people were marching today? Do we have that? There it is. This is in Iowa, where people were standing up. The Supreme Court said, yeah, you got to have same-sex marriage. And look, I mean, Megyn, I don't, you know, if a state wants to do it like Vermont, they got together and they said, hey, this is what we're going to do, and they passed it, and, you know, people vote on it.
Or California.
Or,
which is
well,
voted
but
the
that's
other way.
the opposite, yeah.
But I was just saying, the people's will prevailed.
Correct. But now we have this argument that in California, that the state attorney general is trying to make, that you don't have the right to change the Constitution.
That the constitutional amendment is itself unconstitutional.
How can you do that?
That's ridiculous. He's going to lose that argument. That's the worst argument I've heard so far in the entire gay marriage debate.
And this is where transnationalism comes in, because if you can't change the minds of the people, you can't change the mind of your state Supreme Court. Then if you can just get it to the Supreme Court and they can look to France or to Europe or any place else, then they say, well, now wait a minute. We're evolving. The law is evolving in this direction.
2 points. Number one, that's exactly what they usually use transnationalism for.
Right.
They can't find the precedent they need domestically, so they say, where can I find the authority I need to make this decision?
Correct.
Gay marriage, not yet abortion, but that's possible. The death penalty, those have been the two biggies, where they've looked abroad because they haven't found the support they need locally.
Right.
And the liberal justices, and also Justice Kennedy, who swings both ways, you know, he's in the middle on the court,
right.
Do what they want to do. So that's number one. But having said that, the court, when it comes to gay marriage, doesn't need to look internationally, because we have more and more states in this country that are now saying it's okay. And this is what people who oppose gay marriage worry about. They think that at some point that the gay marriage advocates are going to say there's a trend.
Yeah.
Evolving standards of decency in this country now mandate gay marriage, same way they mandated homosexual sodomy be protected and so on.
So help me out on this, because look, I have Barack Obama's position on gay marriage. Civil unions, fine. I mean, who doesn't want somebody to have all the rights? Whose business is it? You have all the rights, of course. Marriage, however, is different, because I believe this case is actually about going into churches and going in and attacking churches and saying you can't teach anything else. When you say marriage, civil unions is different. When you say marriage must be defined as this, well, then you also have to go into the schools. This has already happened.
Well, this is, I mean, listen, if you had somebody who supported gay marriage here, they'd tell you you're dead wrong. They would tell you it's a matter of equal protection and that they have just as much of a fundamental right to marry another gay person as a heterosexual person does to marry a heterosexual person. And that they are a protected class, same way as African Americans are, or women, or so on. So they get more protections under the law than straight people.
I didn't think, if I would buy that if I hadn't lived in America for the last 30 years and seen that it's never about the issues. And I'm not saying about gay marriage. It's about all of it.
Well, what do you mean? You think Iowa's Supreme Court has some massive conspiracy to crack down on churches?
No. Oh, no, I think that there is the gay marriage argument is a lot like the global warming argument. That it is, there are those that have agenda. There are those who aren't that way. They're just like, hey, man, I want to be married, or I don't want to. I know a lot of gay people that are like, I don't want to be married. You know what I mean? That's an individual. But there is a movement to dismantle. What was it that Chuck Schumer said over the weekend? That all these traditional values are gone. Well, it's not about gay marriage. That's about everything.
Well, it is at the point now, Glenn. It is at the point now that where if you oppose gay marriage, you are painted by many as a bigot. You're not allowed to even...
Unless you're Barack Obama, who has my exact stance.
That's his stated position in any event. But
so wait, are you saying that the President of the United States is lying?
My own feeling about Barack Obama, because he tends to lean left, farther left than I think he admits, is he probably supports gay marriage, but you can't take that position and make it up to the presidency.
Okay, good talking to you.
Let me just clarify.
Quick.
Justice Kennedy swings both ways when it comes to legal matters. Sometimes he's to the liberal, sometimes he's to the conservative side. That's what I meant.
Hate mongers.
Just saying.
Final thoughts next.